both agencies connected to this tragedy. They both should be sent home pending the outcome of this inquiry and make themselves fully available to answer any questions the Commission may have. Presently, the ministers have instructed their staff, both at Transport and Harbors and at the Maritime Administration Department, to make changes to documents should these documents be requested for investigation. That is the report I received just today. And not just documents for the MV Barima, they are tweaking information on other state-run ferries too. Further, the silence of the diplomatic community has been noted. Many diplomatic missions have spoken out on a range of issues affecting Guyana. I again extend my deepest condolences to every family that lost loved ones in the MV Barima tragedy. Nothing can replace those lives, and nothing can erase the pain that so many families continue to carry. As a nation, we grieve with you, and we remain committed to ensuring that those responsible are held accountable. Now that the commissioners have been named and sworn in, I am disappointed as leader of the opposition I was not consulted on their appointment. President Ali chose to unilaterally establish this commission of inquiry and not make it an inclusive and transparent process. It is also worrying that members of the media were locked out during today's swearing-in ceremony. We know why the media was locked out. The government does not want us to scrutinize the commissioners. Captain Hamada Fauda, one of the commissioners, has several business interests in Guyana, including involvement with the Maritime School at Friendship on the east bank of Demerara and the upscale Layali restaurant at the Pegasus Hotel. The captain is close to President Irfan, and information reaching us is that he had a hand in selecting other commissioners. Captain Fauda is close to the president. He and his family, who are Egyptian nationals, were given Guyanese citizenship in record time. They were issued with ID cards and passports in no time, while locals are given a hassle to get birth certificates and ID cards. Given those connections, together with his public profile in Guyana, we must now question the Commission's independence. Added to that, publicly available information indicates that the Commissioner, Neri Alfonso Law Firm in Trinidad and Tobago, called ND Alfonso and Company, lists Minister Kioma Griffith as its Guyana correspondent. The firm's website also identifies a Georgetown office in connection with that arrangement. These publicly disclosed professional relationships, again, warrant questions on the Commission's independence and impartiality. We will come back to this minister and the role he played in the Mariodorm fire disaster and the trends in the PPP playbook in another video. While we understand how the PPP dictatorship works, the Commission has now been sworn in and will proceed with its work. At this stage, we call on the government to immediately make public the Commission's full terms of reference so that the people of Guyana know the scope of its mandate. We also ask for full disclosure of the local officials and staff who will support the Commission during this inquiry. The Commission must identify every failure that contributed to this tragedy and ensure that anyone found culpable faces the full force of the law, regardless of office or position. Ministers Ejil and Indar should also have no involvement whatsoever while this investigation is ongoing. Their ministries have direct responsibility for MARAD and Transport and Harbors Department, both agencies connected to this tragedy. They both should be sent home pending the outcome of this inquiry and make themselves fully available to answer any questions the Commission may have. Presently, the ministers have instructed their staff, both at Transport and Harbors and at the Maritime Administration Department, to make changes to documents should these documents be requested for investigation. That is the report I received just today. And not just documents for the MV Barima, they are tweaking information on other state-run ferries too. Further, the silence of the diplomatic community has been noted. Many diplomatic missions have spoken out on a range of issues affecting Guyana. Given the magnitude of this tragedy and the loss of more than 100 Guyanese lives, they should also speak to the need for accountability. To every family still waiting for answers, and especially those whose loved ones have not yet been recovered, know that we remember you. The government owes these families more than condolences. Survivors and grieving relatives should receive long-term counseling and psychosocial support to help them recover from the trauma they have endured. Every affected family should be handsomely compensated. No family should be pressured into signing any document or forced to accept any meager sum of money. Finally, I note that the Prime Minister has indicated that the MV Barima is likely to remain on the seabed. I believe that decision is premature. Around the world, marine salvage companies have successfully recovered vessels and wreckage far larger than the MV Barima, from depths measuring thousands of feet below the ocean surface. By comparison, the MV Barima is reportedly resting in approximately 40 to 50 feet of water and is a vessel of roughly 500 to 600 tons, including cargo. We should make every effort to bring the MV Barima to the surface. I am willing to undertake that operation if permission is granted.